from one homage to the next. Today we are looking at a Richard Mille homage. Today we're looking at the Wishdoit Skeleton, specifically the Hourglass Silvery watch. Quartz. It's a quartz watch for $250. I may get in trouble for this video. Now today we are looking again at the Wishdoit Richard Mille homage. This specifically is the Skeleton Hourglass Silvery watch, which is what they listed on their website. I will leave a link down below to the website. This watch is not going to be a free giveaway. This watch was over $250, so I will sell it down below in the description for half off in watches sold or watches reviewed. Sold watches reviewed on my eBay account. Anyway, look down below if you guys are interested in this watch. You can pick it up for half off. Now this watch is a good homage watch, minus the fact that the big elephant in the room is the fact that it is a quartz watch for over $200. I mean, any quartz watch that's over $250, it better be a solar quartz watch. It better be a Citizen, or it better be like a Aqualand Dive Master and give me the ability to read underwater and tell me my depth. That being said, let's just go ahead and flip the camera angle and dive right into the review. This is not the first homage for the Wishdoit on this channel. The last one, I will leave a link in the corner. I will put a card in the corner. In one of these corners, I will put a card. And then if you want to go see what their automatic version looks like, go ahead and take a look. I can tell you that the automatic version, I think, is worth more than the quartz version. When it comes to homage watches, you have to ask yourself, what's the value in an homage watch? The value of an homage watch is to get the feel of the original without paying the original cost. Now, some people would say this is basically a replica, but it's not, because the difference between a replica and an homage takes the general styling cues of a watch and they put their own brand on it, as opposed to putting a Richard Mille brand on the top, which would mean it is a replica. Now this is a quartz movement. You can see that it is a quartz movement. That is the biggest turnoff, I think, for this watch in the beginning. I'm going to get that right off the bat. That is the biggest turnoff for this watch, because this is not a cheap watch. This watch is over $200 on the Wishdoit website, which I will leave a link down below. That is kind of the biggest thing that I think is a downside to this, because there are other watches out there, the Tessar Bomba, which offer automatic in basically the price range of this quartz. But I digress. Let's look at the measurements of this watch so you have a better understanding of what we're looking at. Now, the measurements of this tonneau shaped watch case, which of course is indicative of Richard Mille, is 42 millimeters by 50 millimeters in diameter. This thing is 15.7 millimeters thick, all brushed 316L stainless steel. The outside of the case actually looks quite nice, and so does the front bezel of this case. The front face of this watch actually looks pretty dang good. I love the brushing that they've done on this watch. Not really a big fan of the fact that they only use mineral glass on this. It is curved in its shape, so they only use mineral glass instead of sapphire. Again, kind of a negative point of this watch, simply because I feel like they could have done more. Now this does have a rubber strap. This is a fluorine strap, and honestly the strap is pretty comfortable. On the wrist, this is a very comfortable watch. You can see back there that it doesn't look like a quartz movement. Here's one of the things that, you know, if you're gonna do a automatic looking watch, at least don't put a second hand that ticks. I would say that's one of the things they need to reconsider. You can see that there is a fake sort of back plate on this that makes it look like there's gears and things like that. Same thing on the front. You can see there's a front plate that makes it look like there are gears, there is a barrel spring, that there is a balance wheel. It makes it look like this is an automatic watch, but then the second hand ticks. My recommendation is to take the second hand out and not have any ticking at all. That is just my own personal opinion. Now again, this fluorine strap is really comfortable. On the wrist, it does have a flat back plate on the wrist, but it does curve quite nicely, so it does fit on the wrist very comfortably. Now this watch does come in at 110 grams, so it has some heft to it, but not really because of the fluorine strap. It does lighten it up. Most watches, if I were to put a similar watch on a bracelet, would be 150 grams, so 110 grams. It does wear a little large on the wrist. Again, slightly thick. Again, slightly long at 50 millimeters, but it does wear kind of light on the wrist. Inside of this is the Quartz Citizen Miyota 2035, and this watch only does have 50 meters of water resistance, so you can wear it every day. Now, to function this watch, you simply pull it out once, and then you can go ahead and you can go through all the functionality of the simplistic, single, non-date quartz movement. Does function as it should. Stops the second hand right there at the 12, which is where I stopped it. Push it back in, and the second hand ticks. One of the things that at least it does have is consistency on its quartz movement. So that second hand does hit that chapter ring on the outside almost precisely every second. That's good to see, at least, that it does have chapter ring alignment with its second hand. Now, the indices are loomed, but the loom is not that great. The brushing on the outside of the watch, I think, is the best thing that they offer, is the finishing on the outside of the case and the materials in the case alone, right? 316L solid stainless steel. This thing, again, is chunky at its watch. The last thing that I said on the last Wishdoit watch, I wish they would not say Wishdoit across the watch and just have a single logo instead of Wishdoit. It just doesn't seem right. It seems like an afterthought when it came to naming the watch. Let's go ahead and toss it on the wrist. Now here is the watch on my 7¼ inch wrist. Again, it does wear kind of large. However, it does fit comfortably with that fluorine strap. Now this is going to be the cheapest of the Richard Mille homages I've ever looked at. I did look at a Fils homage that was, you know, 600 bucks. I did look at their automatic version, which was about 450. This watch is just over or under 250. I can't remember. I will leave it down in the description. But I do have another Richard Mille homage I will be looking at in the next week or two, and I will go ahead and compare it with this one. Now, this is not a watch I'm going to be giving away because, again, 250 bucks is a lot to lose on this watch. So basically what I'm going to do is, if you are interested in this watch, I will put it half off down below in the description. If you are interested in the watches for sale that I've reviewed, in the description. Now I will put this up for half off in a couple weeks when I'm able to compare it to the other Richard Mille homage that I have. And that thing is the homage to, I believe, an RM67. So if you want to look that up, it's a $275,000 watch. I will also put posts on Instagram. Nobody follows me on Instagram because I never even say anything about it, but all_things_random_AK. If you guys are interested on the Instagram, I always put posts up of things that I'm looking at in the future for review. So if you guys are interested, check that out. So what are my true thoughts about this watch? I don't think it's a terrible watch. I don't think it's a great watch. I think they offered a little more bang for their buck in the automatic one, but that's still 450 bucks, and this one is 250 bucks, and you can buy on Amazon a Tessar, T-S-A-R Bomba, same style Tourneau watch, for the same cost, and it's automatic. It may be 50 bucks more, but 50 bucks more for an automatic, and they all look the same. All these homages look the same. So for me, it's kind of like, do you go with the Wishdoit, or do you go with the Tessar Bomba, or do you go with any of these other brands that you can find out there? I really don't know. I think that if you're spending over 200 bucks on a quartz, it better be a damn good quartz. And I think that, like I said in the hands-on portion of the review, I think that they would have been better just leaving the quartz hand off so it didn't tick at all. Then it would have been a little bit better. That being said, I do have a lot more Richard Mille homages to go. This is going to be one right here, and this is going to be a watch that is automatic. This watch is 3 times as much as this watch, but I will compare the 3 homage Richard Mille watches that I will be reviewing in the next few weeks in a future video. So guys, if you are interested in this watch, take a look down below. I have a lot of giveaways going on in the future, so make sure you guys are doing the 3 things that I always mention in every single video, which is make sure you hit that subscribe button, leaving a comment of the content you guys want to see on this channel. This is all things random, mostly watch reviews with some random stuff sprinkled in between. The last video I did was the Axwell wallet, really great, solid copper wallet. That is a giveaway. Check out that. Comment down below, leave a like, and be a subscriber, and you could win that $100 copper watch. I also have some other videos coming out in the future that are not watch reviews, which is a dive video, dive knife, a dive watch. I have better holsters review that I'm doing, and I have a bunch of watch stuff here too. A Vario watch review, a Feast watch review, and other watches that I just have sitting around laying on the desk ready to be either given away or offered to you guys at a discount. So make sure you guys are also hitting that notification bell so you can be notified when I drop any of these videos. Until next time.